Hello, happy Christmas. I suppose it's all right to say it. It's the start of the week.
Yes.
That's in it. As you can see, I'm in a festive mood. I think this sums up me. I think everybody. I had one of them on Saturday night when we had our Christmas party. I think the Grinch suits. But I'm not always grumpy. It's just I'm tired. I'm very tired. Look, it is the start of auction week for us. It's our final auction of the year, December 2023. The year has flown, Kate.
Poof.
Absolutely. It was the blink of an eye and it's over.
It's mad.
And we've crammed so much into this year. We've auctioned so many bottles. I know Sinead's been looking at stuff that numbers that we've been doing and various different highlights for us. Highlights, there's been loads. I mean, I done a video with Barry and Lauren 2 weeks ago and just talking about our own highlights. And it really is difficult to choose one because we've crammed so much in and we meet so many great people and we talk to so many great people. Anything for you?
Probably Cork Whisky Festival.
Cork Whisky Fest, start of the year, March. Yeah, that was a crack up. It was the first one for Laurie and Sonia. I think they pulled it off. I really do think they pulled it off.
Great weekend.
You had a great. You're always having once you're in the party mood. But it was great.
No,
I mean,
it was
they
very
really sort of, you could tell they're whiskey fans first, and then they put it together. And that's always, for me, that's always the telltale when somebody's really passionate.
And
about
it was so well run.
Yeah.
And all like the different bars on the one street.
Laurie, in his day job, he's discipline, organisation.
Yeah, it was
all that
like,
sort of stuff,
and
so.
it was all timed out nicely, and it was very good.
Yeah, we done a bit of
thoroughly enjoyed
heckling as well. Brian Nation and Laurie were doing the thing. That was a bit funny.
In the middle of the street.
Yeah, that was a bit funny as well. So yeah, that's one good highlight, kid. We'll probably pick one as we go through the week
if we can, because we don't want to insult anybody by not mentioning they're fantastic. But so please forgive us.
If you're offended,
he doesn't care.
Go away. Packaging. Look, it is the season. Everybody's wrapping presents and talking about wrapping presents and getting all these things done in advance of next weekend. And look, I think bottles of whiskey have been gift wrapped for ages now. It's evolving. That's the one thing that is happening in the industry. It is very much evolving. You've got the big boys like Middleton and that who are leading the charge with their sustainable packaging. People have mixed opinions on it. Some people like it, some people don't like it. It's inevitable. It's not whether we like it or don't like it. It's happening anyhow. I think embrace it. I think applaud it. Some of the smaller brands, I mean, it's harder for them to do it, but they're doing it too, and they're maybe doing it better than nearly the big boys. And it stands to them as well. But I picked out a few bottles that I think really do packaging well, and like there's loads more. It's very hard to pick them all, but as I say, it was just going to start. The Barry Crockett, and that was one of the ones that I think this is the first time we've had the new packaging in our auction.
It is, yeah.
And I said, look, it's an ideal time to do it. So that was the first incarnation of the Barry Crockett legacy, the wooden box. It's gorgeous. The old style bottle, even the bottle was slightly different, but it's got the little pedestal underneath the book. There was so much detail in it, and it really is a lovely one. Guys, don't go mad collecting them, and it's a strange one, I suppose. It was because it sort of has become a core release that most people, don't really go mad about it.
And it's a nice drinker.
But it's a cracking drinker. Wow, it's a cracking drinker.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it would have to be something special to have Barry's name on the front of it. Then you had the 2017 when it evolved to the double doors. I think they're nice. I really do think they're nice. I think they're a lovely presentation. The hinges and everything else. And even on the 2017, the 2022 Middletons, I thought they were lovely, the wooden box. Inevitably, the cost of that, I'm sure, is one thing, but the sustainability of packaging it, and people go, sure, it's wood, is it not this and that? But Middleton don't just look at the wooden box, it's everything, it's the entire thing. Even the ink, down to printing the things. They're looking at it, making sure that they're biodegradable, everything can be renewed. I remember talking to the team when they brought out the new Middleton Very Rare, and they were saying everything is fully recyclable within it. It's all has to, it all can be put in various different places, including the magnets in the doors and everything else.
I love that box.
But I think this is a cracker. It's a bold move for them. I mean, look at the colour jump from the 2 wooden boxes to the Middleton, but the colour is just cracking. Bottle hasn't changed that much. There's slight wee tweaks on it, but again, it's the new environmental packaging. I like it. I'm a fan. I have to say, I think it's nice. And again, the serial numbers and all that sort of stuff. The $1 million question is, how long will they continue the Barry Crockett legacy? Is it going to be forever and a day? I mean, Barry's still with us, thank God, writing books and sharing his knowledge. He is the Master Distiller Emeritus of Middleton still.
That was a mouthful.
It is a big mouthful, yeah. It just means he goes in every now and then and waves at people. That's all it means. Billy Lighton's after getting that job too now for the blending. Okay, he walks in, waves, smiles and waves, and they give him money. It's brilliant. I think it's genius. I should become a business owner emeritus of this place. Liberty's Distillery, they've been good. They have actually done some cracking packages. The King of Hell was a gorgeous big presentation, but this, for a sort of relatively entry level bottle just sitting on a shelf, it's, it is tough to stand out at the certain price points.
Yes.
So you've got to be doing things, and there's loads of innovation coming along with the packaging as well. So it's nice to see stuff like that. Beside it, I mean, the lads, people that's not afraid to push the boat. Waterford, Mark Rainey and Waterford, when they come out with the blue bottle, everybody went.
The blue bottle.
It's cracking.
I hate the packaging.
The cardboard packaging. Well, we hate it from a sort of handling point of view, because that one, you go to grab it by the top and the bottom falls out and the bottle's all over the place. The cardboard packaging originally wasn't great. I mean, the bottoms were falling out of the boxes. They weren't that well done. We look at it from a different angle, Katie, as well. But just from the innovation that they had, the glass stopper on the top. I mean, the iridescent colour on the top of the glass stopper. It's gorgeous. And again, it was something new that hadn't been done. Glass stoppers were around previously, but it just hadn't been done in sort of modern terms. So Waterford was one I thought I'd highlight. I'll start this side. Writer's Tears. I've always been a fan of the Writer's Tears. I think they're lovely. But I mean, just the simple presentation of the bottle and the box like that, when you open it, I think it's probably going to change. I don't know if they'll be able to continue. They have changed it a wee bit, but I wonder if they'll be able to continue that style, in the modern world and all that going forward. Egan's, and the reason I highlighted the Egan's one is because, again, for such a relatively small brand, their packaging and presentation's cracking.
Amazing.
And the problem is, look at that. I mean, that's impressive. That's the Legacy Reserve 16-year-old. I mean, you give somebody a gift of that, and that is you'd be impressed by that, opening it. It's not
I was
just
going to say that if
a single bottle.
If they're a drinker, even it's lovely liquid.
Yeah.
It really and truly is.
And they haven't been getting the kudos in Ireland, I don't think, as well. Now, they have been concentrating on external markets as well. But there's so much good aged single malt out there. There's so much good aged whiskey out there. Most of it was coming out of Cooley and Bushmills and that, and it's what the brands have done with it themselves. They done the Banyuls one. Remember we tasted that? It was the centenary one in the tasting in 1661. Not a cracker. Beside that, again, just harking back to Middleton, but presentation. I mean, as a gift for influencers and whatever an influencer is these days, but a gift for them for the sample for the Middleton Pearl. This was 10 years ago, lads. Like, we're coming into 2024 now. Next year, it's going to be the Ruby release from Middleton, celebrating 40 years of Middleton Very Rare. But I mean, that as a gift and to have in your collection. Maybe you can't afford a pearl. We do have a pearl in this month's auction as well. I think it's a great time to be buying them ahead of next year, 2024. The price is only going to go up.
Yeah.
The price is only going to go up for Middleton Pearls, because you'll have the new collectors who'll try and get the Ruby and then want to go backwards with the Pearl and the 20th anniversary and so on. Ogham. I think the lads have really been clever at this. I mean, they've got some, the rugby lads have got some great influence in Doug. I mean, Doug's smart. He's been around the block. But that is a cracking presentation. Simple hash and sack. We all love our hash and sacks from the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is just lovely with a bit of Ogham writing or Ogham or however you pronounce it. But then even the top of them, the stopper, I think it was just a bit different. It's a bit like the Mail from Carrick, old Carrick Mill, Stephen. You just want a wee differentiator. Not a madly expensive bottle,
no.
So it's not in a big ornate box or anything like that, but it's just enough to stand out on the shelf, and I think that is the one. Beside it is probably one of my highlights of the year, is the Dunvilles, just Dunvilles full stop. You've got the Friends of Irish Whiskey Dunvilles cask 1765 up for auction at the minute, or not up for auction, being released at the minute. I think it's nearly sold out, there's not many left. But it's the sister cask to our own 11-year-old that has been allowed age to get over the 12th birthday.
Yeah.
Cracking. But they're dark series labels, and they're red and they're green.
They just seem to find the right colours to just go pack.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, my collection at home in the whiskey room, it's gorgeous when you see them lined up, all the red labels and the green labels, and then the dark series from the 10 and the 12s. They are phenomenal. So that's it. Phenomenal. We will
That's
be.
where my brain went.
Actually, there's just another one.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They're pretty. So this is Diageo Dundee's Duded. Diageo have a single. So it's like the Game of Thrones that you have there. And again, these are all. I think there's a special name on these, apart from the 2019 special release. But they're all from the different Diageo distilleries. I think it's a gorgeous presentation. It'd look well on a shelf with a wee bit of gold through it and that. But I mean, packaging, you've got to sell with the eye. It's like food.
Yeah.
You taste with your eye before you taste with your mouth. And for people to be, to catch them in the whiskey shops or wherever, or online or wherever they're buying the whiskey these days, it's got to be something with a bit of an impact as well. So that's it. Back up to the office, get loads more work done. We're yes, I know. It's that time of the month where Annie gets this time of the month, and we have to talk about all them things. But wow, there's a lot of bottles. It's not going to be as big as last month, but I don't know where we're behind, or we're just doesn't seem to be as.
No, it's not going to be as big. No. It never is. No. Anyhow.
Thank God. I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just that we can relax and enjoy.
Stressed Eric here.
We'll be back tomorrow and we'll talk to you then. I may be in a more festive mood tomorrow.
Maybe.
No guarantees. Talk to you. Bye.